Last night, Luka Doncic and Devin Booker recorded monster nights. Luka finished with a 73-point double-double, becoming just the fourth player in NBA history to have a night with at least 73 points. While Devin Booker recorded 62 points in a loss, just as Karl Anthony Towns did last week against the Hornets. The NBA and NBA fans have a lot to say about these performances. Some say they're historic, some say it's sad, and some say they play no defense, while others just don't care. Whether you're one, all, or none of these fans, today we're going to be discussing the NBA scoring phenomenon and answer the question, will someone ever score 100 points in the NBA, and why are these scoring outbursts happening as frequently as they are? Because there's been 15 70-point plus games in NBA history, guys, over 75 years, and 4 of them have happened in the last 12 months, and that just cannot be a coincidence. In the 1970s, there were 1,039,691 points scored for the entire decade. Today, just 4 years into the decade of 2020, not even really 4 years, we're a month into the 4th year, there has been 1,187,801 points scored. So the difference is around 150,000 points, and we're talking a 6-year difference, guys. This means that the projected amount of points to be scored at the end of 2020's decade, so when 2030 starts, that means there will be, if this pace continues, around 2.9 million points scored. That's nearly 3 times the amount they scored in the 70s. Now, that's obviously a big deal of a mixture of things. First and foremost, the pace. The pace in the 1960s and 70s was so much slower than today's game, and players did not understand the importance of transition offense or basketball as we see today, iso ball, where your superstar can rattle off 3-pointers very shortly into the shot clock at pretty much any moment they want. And for the most part, when they're going, they're shooting at a relatively efficient clip. Not to mention, back then, when Wilt scored 100, there wasn't even a 3-point land. And back then, it was much more set on back to the basket games, and players, to be honest, they just weren't as skilled in transition. We saw a lot of Wilt Chamberlain, we saw a lot of Bill Russell. These were the main guys scoring baskets. It really revolved around big men. You guys frequently hear the era of the big men. Guys like Jerry West and Bob Cousy, they were looked at as wizards, people ahead of their time, which just brings me to my next point, and that is skill. Due to Steph Curry, due to Vince Carter, due to numerous NBA players, we are now seeing 5th graders shooting from the logo and 6th graders dunking from the free throw line. Influence is one hell of a drug, and it has definitely impacted the way the game's played. So now that we've laid a little bit of groundwork, I just have to ask the question, will someone score 100 points in today's game? So first and foremost, we have to just talk about the reality of catching Wilt Chamberlain. Say you don't shoot any threes. You would have to make 50 baskets with no free throws. That is absolutely remarkable. So obviously that's pretty unrealistic. Then you break it down into 3-pointers. So the NBA record for 3-pointers in a game is 14 or 15 off the top of my head. Don't crucify me for not knowing that. But say you wanted to shoot and make 15 3-pointers, that's 45 points off 3-pointers alone. And then we're looking at, 25 2-pointers. So just the whole perspective of this thing, it's very important to realize that catching Wilt is off the rip just such a hard quest. We see these guys get to 70 points like JoJo last week, Luka Doncic the other night. JoJo shot 25 free throws, I want to say it was, and then Luka shot 16 free throws. They're getting to the foul line, they're getting in transition. How much do these players care about catching 100? It seems to me, now sounds like going to be a kind of a crazy take, or I guess a hot take. I feel that the players do care about getting 100 points. When it happens, when you see the guys get 40 or 50 at halftime, you instantly think, wow, what if I can catch 100 points? But when the game slows down in the 4th quarter, guys, and all the targets are going towards that one player, the big thing for me is forget catching Wilt. What about catching Kobe Bryant? Because now David Thompson's 73 points has been tied by Luka Doncic, which means we have, 2 performances like that. Nobody's caught Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant is one of the, if not the most respected athlete, person, talent, individual. Amazing, great things you can say about Kobe Bryant. What does that mean for an NBA player? Because personally, you look at some guys, like I remember back to Jermaine O'Neal. he was going to break the single season scoring record for the Indiana Pacers, and he sat out of respect and didn't do that. Now, Kobe Bryant, I'm not saying someone's going to get to 80 in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left and they're going to stop, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it was a guy like Damian Lillard who has respect for Kobe Bryant. It was a guy like, Luka Doncic, who just did it the other night, who has a great relationship with Luka Doncic, or if LeBron James or Kyrie Irving, any of these guys, if they got to 80 points, do you think that basket is worth taking Kobe down a peg? It's interesting, because what does it mean? Is it bigger than basketball? Will a coach allow this to happen? And then if they do pass Kobe, to get to 100, does the game have to be close? Does it have to go into overtime? Are you keeping Luka Doncic in if last night's score is 150-90? You know what I mean? It's very interesting and polarizing stuff, and I really do want your guys' opinion. This video is very open topic. It really makes me wonder why, if anyone's gonna break Kobe's record, because it's just a very interesting topic. I would be rambling and stuttering if I continued, but I really would love to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments below if you made it this far. I appreciate all the support as always. I don't want to keep this video too long. Peace.